All around BookTube, you can always find videos where they are using random number generators to figure out how long they want to read for that day. I'm personally going to be spinning a wheel from 1 to 7. That is how many hours that I'll be reading. 7 is obviously the max, so 1 hour is obviously the least. The first book that I'll be reading during this challenge is Butcher and Blackbird. I've never read this author's writing before, and I'm very excited to get into it. I've heard so many things about the series and I'm very intrigued by it. There is also a lot of trigger warnings and I did not look at them before buying them, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek as to what these trigger warnings are, just so if you want to read it or if you want to decide if you want to read this, please look at the trigger warnings. If that makes you not want to read it, that is totally fine, honestly. I got up to chapter 5, which is this far into the book. It's really not a lot. And I've finally got a pen so I can annotate again, because I've really been missing the feeling of writing my book. Some of the lines are just so funny. I want to look back in this book and realize how funny it is. So I'm spinning the wheel now to see how many hours I should read today. I don't have a lot going on today. I actually don't think I have any plans at all. I hope it's not too many hours, but also if it is, it's not too much of a worry. So time to spin. 3, 2, 1. Oh, looks like it's 4 hours. So that's actually a pretty good number. It's pretty good. It's not too long, it's not too little. It's pretty bang in the middle. We're just gonna keep reading Butcher and Blackbird then. Easy. It is now day 3 and I've finally finished reading Butcher and Blackbird. Last night I managed to read for 2 hours. I did end up coming home pretty late and starting late, so that's why my end time was I think 10:30. I would say that was really easy. I really enjoyed it and I actually managed to finish the book. That's a very good improvement for me because normally I can't finish a book that quickly, so that was great. We've already taken off 2 hours and 4 hours because we've just done them. So now we have 1, 3, 5, 6, and 7. I'm just gonna spin the wheel now. So 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank gosh. Okay. I'm very happy with that because I do not have the capacity to stay up late. Last night was just a fluke. I'm also gonna spin the wheel for tomorrow right now, only because I don't want to talk to a camera while my partner's here. So I've got 1 hour for today. I'm gonna write that in my notes, and then for tomorrow I have to read 7 hours on Saturday. So today I have 1 hour of reading and tomorrow I have 7 hours of reading. It's a little bit more manageable for tomorrow to read 7 hours, but today I could not do that. Writing that into my notes and I'm going to get reading. It's already 6 p.m. and I haven't started my 7 hours yet. Oops. I'm gonna start it now, so if I get my 7 hour timer, it's starting on chapter 8. I read my 1 hour yesterday and I got up to page 60. Pretty decent. I love this book so far. So I'm gonna start reading for my 7 hour timer. I'll be back. This is random, but I just finished reading The Naturals and I had, well, last night I finished reading The Naturals and I still have 2 hours 40 basically to go. So I decided to pick up before the coffee gets cold to finish this and then I'll start the timer for the rest of the day. So I'm hoping it's not going to be too much, but it's still doable, doesn't really matter, and hopefully I can get this also finished. That means I finished 3 books in a week. If you want to do this, it helps you read so much faster. I've read basically 2 books in 2 days because, well, I started them the day before, but then I basically read them in one sitting, so it's amazing. And I'm gonna spin the wheel to see how far I should read for the rest of the day. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Got 3, 5, and 6 hours. Okay, I'm basically reading the same amount today because I just got 5. So 5 plus 2, 7. Once I finish this hours, then I'll start the 5 hour timer. Okay, I'll see you later. I don't know what I'm gonna read after this, but I finished my 2.5 hour timer for the day. I got up to the last short story, which is The Mother and Child. This story, it's kind of cozy, it's kind of cute, but also it's a little bit boring because you're going through this cafe that has a magical aspect of time traveling, kind of like 7 Year Slip, but there's a lot of rules to it. And it just follows 4 characters' stories and why they want to go into the past. But I find that every single time you change stories, it's the same thing over and over again. They find out the rules, they know about the urban legend, there's an issue that they have and they want to go meet their family or whatever, whoever they're gonna meet, and then they go in the past, then they come back, that's not resolved because anything you do in the past doesn't change to the present. So it's just like kind of pointless, but it's interesting to see the stories, if you know what I mean. But it's just annoying that it's copy and paste basically, because you're getting the same story over and over and over again. Each short story is 50 pages long, or roughly 50 pages long. So it's really short, it's really easy to read, and the writing is also quite big too. But now it's time to start our 5-hour timer for the rest of the day. And I'm gonna press 5 hours and start. I still don't know what I'm gonna read after this, but we'll figure that out later. I'm gonna finish this book and then I'll get back to you once I wanna figure out my next read. Okay, it's been a while since I have updated, and I literally have finished 3 books already. 3. I finally finished Before the Coffee Gets Cold. This is actually quite interesting. It's 4 different short stories and I read it in one sitting. And I still have 3 hours 15 left to read. I do have the second book of this, but I don't think I'm going to pick that one up. I have The Wisteria Society of Lady Scoundrels. A prim and popular lady thief must save her aunt from a crazed pirate, and his dangerously charming henchman is the fantastical historical romance. Do I want to pick this up? You know what? I think I'm just going to pick up Before the Coffee Gets Cold's Tales from the Cafe, because I don't know when else I'm going to pick it up. And it's not even 200 pages long. That means I'll be reading 2 books in a day. I've never done it in my life. I'm hoping it's not the same story as the first one. Whoa. Relationship map? I think I'm just going to try it out, and if it doesn't work, we're just going to go to this one. Sounds like a plan? I think so. It's been 5 days and I'm finally finished. I've read 4 books in 5 days. What? 2 books in 1 day specifically, and then 2 books in I think 3 days. So that's a great record for me. So the first book I read was Butcher and Blackbird. This is a romance between 2 serial killers, and it's weirdly wholesome. I would say I would give this around a 4.75 to maybe a 5 star. I don't know. The second book was The Naturals. This one I would say is also the same, 4.75 stars. It was so much fun. It actually kind of reminded me of Shatter Me series in a way. It has like almost superhero-ish vibe, and they're in the FBI and they're helping people solve cold cases, which is really cool. It's very different. I love this. And then we get into Before the Coffee Gets Cold, and its second book. I didn't really like these. They were both like a 2 star. Maybe this one's a 1 star, only because I almost DNF'd it, but I just had to stick it through into the end. So I did manage to finish these, but I didn't really like them at all. If you want to get into more reading, if you want to read more, definitely try this method out. It helps you so much. I'm so happy that I finally finished all these books, and I loved these 2. Didn't really like these, but that's okay. That's okay, at least now I know when they're off my TBR. So thank you so much for watching and watching me stick out this challenge, because it was definitely really hard with those late nights and all the times that I had to stay up late because I had so much going on during the day. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Bye!